Hey everybody, I want to talk to you about one of the amazing industries that are out there in franchising that might be a great fit for you. I first always want to remind people, I cannot stress this enough, there is not one best franchise. There is not one best industry for you to own. And anyone telling you otherwise doesn't know what they're talking about, or they're probably trying to sell you something. So we're going to speak the truth here and tell you about what an amazing industry and why it might be a fit for you. So first, who are we and why should you listen to us? The answer to the first part is who are we? I'm Tim Pormeter. I'm the founder and CEO of FranCoach. We are a national search firm dedicated to helping people learn more about franchising. We're here to properly educate you on franchise ownership to determine if this is the path. If so, we're gonna help you find what your absolute best fit is. That's us. Now, should you listen to us? I don't know, you have to determine that yourself, but what I promise you, I'm gonna tell you the truth, whether you wanna hear it or not. So many different industries. In our team at FranCoach, we're partnered with well over 600 franchises in about 70 different industries. One of them we wanna talk about is our wonderful little four-legged friends called pets. In the pet industry, again, like every industry, there's so many different niches and categories. What are some of the things about the industry that might be for you? What are some of the things that would tell you if this is the path or if not? So first off, let's just be really clear. If you hate pets, like you see a dog and you're swerving when you're driving on the road, this isn't for you. If that's the case, what is for you is probably therapy, because that's just wrong and evil and cruel, and maybe even some shock therapy. Let's shock the shit out of you to get that out of your head. That's not what this is about. But do you have to have, do you have to be the crazy cat lady with 14 cats and 3 dogs and a chicken? Absolutely not. But you need an appreciation for pets and understand the place that they hold in so many people's lives. Do you have to be involved with the animal all day, every day? No, absolutely not. In most cases, in most industries, the franchise owner is not the doer. So you own a pet franchise and you're grooming dogs, you're not the groomer. You're not the trainer, you're not the walker, you're not this, you're not that. There's a franchise that we work with that is cat related. It's one of the very, very few things that is all cat, all day, every day. The founder is allergic to cats. So how's that possible? Well, he's not in there with the furry little things all day long, right? He's the owner. So with this, you've got to look at a couple things. You've got to look at number one, do you have to be a pet owner? No. Do you have to have an appreciation for pets and the spot they place in people's lives? Absolutely. Do you want in most cases, retail? Are there some things that are mobile from a pet standpoint? Absolutely. I'm going to focus a little bit more on the retail side of things today. So with that, we got to have the financial wherewithal. Again, anything retail, whether it's in a strip mall or bigger, just have in your mind, you're going to need $100,000 liquid minimum in addition to any funding. And that total investment, franchise fee, the cost to get the business open on day one, and 3 to 6 months operating capital once you're open. Anybody talking to you about an investment that does not include those 3 things, they're hiding something or they don't know what they're talking about. So usually, again, 300 to 500,000 as a minimum total investment for something is in a strip mall. You want some big massive thing, kind of the doggy daycare and boarding things, those can again get big. Those standalone things almost always have 2 commas in them. So we have those, and again, that's going to eliminate a lot of people, but there are amazing opportunities out there for that. When you focus on kind of that boutique space, right? And even the big things, again, appreciation of the pets. Obviously, you got to be able to pull it off financially. Typically some combination of skilled and passionate staff, right? Is it a groomer? Well, I'm not walking in off the street going, hey, I can groom the dogs, give me a job. There's some training that has to go into that. Is it somebody that's just kind of like a front desk person? Again, they're probably just going to be there. This is a cool job. I get to those dogs and stuff that come in here all the time. So you've got that, usually a little bit smaller from that standpoint. And then you need, surprisingly, for a pet related franchise, you need people persons this is a people business, because the dogs aren't coming in there on their own, right? They just hop. It's not like the old Far Side cartoon where they hop in the car. They're driving down to get groomed today, right? The human is bringing them, right? So building those relationships with the humans to drive them back. Some of these are very definitely membership models, but this is high on quality, high on repeat customers, because again, the humans probably like their pet more than they like their spouse or their child, right? So we need to make sure that the human is super happy and we're taking a good care of their pet from that standpoint. Can you do multiples with this? Absolutely. Again, most things you're allowed to do single units, but this is a great opportunity to have scalability to be able to dominate a market. Full-time owners, part-time owners are both there. Again, in every single industry, you could have two franchises that look the exact same, do the exact same thing. One is going to absolutely require full-time commitment from the owner. The next one is not. Those are things that you can Google. That's proprietary. That's our team. We know all of these behind the scenes things. So what I want you to think about with pets is this a space for me? It doesn't necessarily have to be passion. Passion's a dangerous word when you're an owner. You don't have to own a business that you're passionate about. But with pets, you need to at least have an appreciation for them. You can't hate them. You want to have a staff that is going to be a happy, friendly, passionate staff about this, because they're the ones working with the animals. You also need them to be people, right? Because they've got to communicate with the humans. Something that is high quality. Again, this is the preferred family member for the person that's bringing you in there, right? I don't care how much they love their kids or their spouse. This is the thing that they're going to love the most. So we want to make sure that you have that. And then again, can you do the investment for a small retail location? Or if we're looking at one of the big standalone things, right? Can you do a newcomer investment? If you're hearing those things, nodding up and down, then hey, guess what? The pet space may be an amazing opportunity for you, because again, it's never going to go away. And again, it is the preferred family member for almost every person. So if you can provide that quality service for the two-legged and the four-legged, you'll have long-term happy customers. So again, really long-term relationships with this. The other thing I always talk about with this, there is not a best franchise. There is not a best industry. So even as you're hearing this and thinking, man, I'm nodding up and down at all these things that could mean pet franchises for me, maybe it's not. And the thing I want everybody to have their open minds to when they come work with us is that almost everybody we work with that becomes a franchise owner, they own a franchise in something that they have little to no experience in, was not something on their radar when they came to us. And oftentimes it's even a franchise they didn't know existed. That takes an open mind to be able to explore this. So if you're not up and down on all the things from a pet standpoint, then this really may be a fantastic opportunity for you. But maybe there's something else out there. So hit us up, francoach.net is our website. Reach out, let's get a call set up. There's never ever any fee for our service. We are here for you to find your best franchise and help you create your better tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon.